Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Pool of Radiance on the NES. So, we're going to do a few side missions, or not side missions, we're going to do a few commissions with one side mission. Now because we cleared out the slums, we can of course rest here uninterrupted. Let's see if the hag has anything to say. I can see two dragons. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can see two dragons. One is in the North Mountain. The other is in the old castle. Follow the silver and destroy the copper.
She falls over the table exhausted and waves you away. Now there's actually supposed to be another one that she says where like the same thing as the first one that she said, except this time it's like this time you have the power to defeat them or something. So anyways, west of Kudos Well, or west of the slums is Kudos Well, and there's gnolls and lizardmen here. They're not too bad, but usually you can't avoid. Forget about this time. But if you come here again, you are in for some trouble. The monster leaves. Okay, that's my gnoll impression. I actually have no idea what they sound like. So we're gonna start out by going into Kudos Well. Now there's two ways you can activate this fight. You can go in this room over here, or you can just go to the well. Let's go to the well. I'm sorry, I skipped that part. Kudos Well's in front of you. Water gushes from its depths. Kobolds were lying in wait for you. Laying in wait for you? I think they meant lying. Well, so this is an unusual battle because most of the kobolds are actually leaders rather than just normal kobolds, so... But it's okay, kobolds are easy. Especially if you level up your fighters, because they can do what's called a sweep, which means they can attack multiple enemies at once if the enemies are right next to them. However, this doesn't work on a lot of monsters, it only works on like some of the weaker enemies of the game. Like weaker humanoids, it seems, like orcs and hobgoblins and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see how it works. Yeah. Wow, Steve actually didn't get hit. Yep, okay, that didn't seem to do anything. So this is a pretty easy fight, and because they're kobolds, there's really no strategy you need here. You can put them to sleep if you want, but just note that, spoiler alert, this is a two-wave battle. In other words, it's a battle where another battle will precede it immediately after, and you can't rest or anything in between, so... just as a warning here. So far, the arrows seem to be doing their job. I'm going to move Gwydion here so we can attack 3 enemies. Oh, slain. There you go. I think you get extra experience if you slain enemies rather than just, kill them, but could be wrong. Alright, so that's round 1. Not much. Kobolds climb out of the well. Yep, so it's pretty much exactly the same as last time. Nothing's really changed. And there goes my thief. So now I really have to dispatch these kobolds. At least when you hit a kobold, you're almost always guaranteed to take them down in one hit, just because they only have 3 and 4 hit points. So, I'm actually going to cast a sleep spell. Oh wait, no I can't. I guess the game doesn't want me to. That's okay. Got the kobold leader. Let's get this kobold leader, that way they won't be able to fire arrows at us. And I guess I wasn't too successful there. Wow, they're actually hitting us pretty hard. I'm surprised. Okay, I'm gonna bandage. If the status of one of your characters is hurt, then there's only a limited amount of turns that can be taken before your character is slain. So you want to bandage them to make them just unconscious. Which of course means you have to sacrifice a turn, but it's a small price to pay. Was gonna have my cleric do it, but it didn't seem to do much, or I couldn't get him to. The game didn't want to make it his turn. Okay, so anyways, jeez, okay, he surrenders, good. So I was getting tired of that fight. All right, a wooden ladder runs down the wall of the well. Do you climb down? Yeah, I think it's a good idea if we do. You climb down the ladder. There is a secret door a little above the water surface. The door is slightly ajar. There is a ladder here that you can climb up. Do you climb up? No. No, we don't climb up. We're going to go up here, and actually this was a big mistake. I didn't mean to do this. I actually meant to pause the game, but oh well. You enter a large catacomb. The room is lit with several torches. A curtain is hung across the door. Please don't do it. Okay, good. You see something move slightly across the room. Someone just shot an arrow at the party. And if you hack the game for it to show the character portrait, you'll find that it was a kobold, in fact. Now, you cannot rest here, but you can rest here. And that's what we're going to do. So, okay. Save there. So, going to this room, or actually you can go through here, or you can go through here. Either way is fine. I always pick this way though. So go through here, and you will find this guy. The infamous bandit Norrish the Great and his band confront you. Definitely not related to Chuck Norris, just by appearance.
You are so very clever to find my hideout. Surrender, or you shall perish.
What do you do? Attack or surrender? Well, let's see what happens if we surrender. The bandits steal your valuables, blindfold the entire party, and then lead you some distance from the hideout. Before you leave the band, you hear Norse muttering,
"This hideout has become dangerous. We will have to leave this place and find another."
And I think it just puts you somewhere else in Kudos well. And yeah, we don't want to fight. So no, we didn't come all this way just to give up. So as usual, you want to go after the ogre. Oops, I meant to attack the ogre, and I accidentally held the button too long. Alright, 7 points. I wouldn't worry too much about the goblins. I'm going to try a sleep spell, though, see if that works. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can put the ogre to sleep. Oh, and Norris, too. Well, we may not have got the ogre, but we got Norris, so that's good. And let's just get him out of the picture while we're at it. After you kill Norris and the ogre, the fight becomes pretty easy. We get the ogre to not attack my thief. Let's see if we can take him out here. No, we can't. Alright, ogre's taken care of. And the rest of the fight should be pretty smooth sailing, but if you want, you can cast a sleep spell. But I'm not going to do that. I must have run out of spells or something and forgot to memorize them, because Goldleaf still doesn't have spells to cast. That's fine. We don't really need them. Could I use the Fireball Necklace? Yes, but you really only want to save the Fireball Necklace for certain battles in the game, and this is definitely not one of them. There's a lot tougher battles, and you want to save them for that. So we're just going to keep pelting them with the arrows. My archers, anyway. Okay, got the goblin. There's 2 more. And there's 1 more. Maybe he'll surrender. Also, if you're a beginner, or if you've just... Yep, there it goes. If you just started playing this game, you probably won't notice this, but the combat music, the drum channel actually goes out of sync with the rest of the song with each time it loops. But that's kind of cool. Makes it more unique. So, take item. Can't carry anymore. How about... I'll take it then. When you search Norris's body, you find a strange letter. Go to the port city with your men and follow the ogres there. There is a great reward for you in this. The boss. Norrish wrote his reply on the other side of the letter.
How dare you order me to follow ogres? I'll accept your offer if you allow me to lead.
Norrish the Grey. You have defeated the fierce bandit horde. You'll be rewarded when you return to Flan. This looks like a safe place to rest now. So, I'm not going to read the journal entries again because, it's been done millions of times, and would just slow down things too. And I actually did put them in my guide, so if you want to read them on my guide, go ahead. I think it's safe to publish those parts of the book, because at this point the game's pretty much abandonware. I know GOG sells it, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's perfectly legal to just download the game at this point. Anyways, we're not quite done here, because we're gonna go here, and we're gonna find Norrish's treasure. Do you take it? Well, yeah, of course we do. Just a potion. Probably just gonna sell that. So, let's rest, but first, let's memorize spells, because it seems that, yeah, we don't have any spells memorized. And when I get back to Flan, I'm actually going to train, my characters. Okay. So, here's the thing. So, even though the NES version of this game doesn't tell you to go down here, the DOS version does. See, outside the city hall, there were these proclamations on the city hall on the outside, and you'd refer to them in the manual, and the manual would tell you, well, if you clear this block, in other words, if you, what it means is you go to certain areas and you kill so many enemies until they stop spawning. Then you'll actually get rewarded for that. But the NES game doesn't actually tell you that. They have the council clerk commissions, but that's all they have. Okay, so we're going to climb up here. Actually, I didn't even look at what my... I'm not going to memorize spells right now. But as you can see, we got some decent spells here. Spiritual Hammer's one. And Hold Person is another. Which took me years to find out you can actually use that in monsters. So there is a fight if you just keep going down here, but we're probably going to do that later in the game because we're not quite skilled enough to fight the inhabitants. Now, I wish I knew how to pause recordings in OBS, but I have no idea how to do that. So, what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go back. Damn it. Yeah, that's the bad thing. If you encounter an enemy here, you're probably not going to be able to do it, or you're probably not going to be able to avoid it. So, all right, let's try this again. And yes, the game actually has the nerve to tell you that. Kobolds stand in your way. And like I said, I'm skipping random battles. Yeah, they're pretty frequent in this area. So I guess we could do this part here. This is an entrance hall. The walls are decorated with frescoes of heroes and aristocrats. You feel safe in this area. There's actually a lot of stuff to do in this library, but for now, let's just take the books that we can find. Oh yeah, you hear it? Let's try. Sorry, these are library shelves. Literature is carved on the entrance. There's a dull-colored reptilian monster here. It hasn't noticed you yet. I'm gonna wait. The monsters noticed you. Oh, the monsters? Okay, but actually the Basilisk is actually no laughing matter. He's pretty much like the monster version of a Medusa. He can turn a party member to stone. Damn it! And I don't mean stone as in pot. I mean they get turned to stone, like a fucking rock. He seems to have just woken up. Oh, I don't think I've ever got that text before. Let's wait. Oh, okay. Thought maybe we could pet him or something. Okay. I like his combat spray. It just looks funny. I think you could buy like a silver mirror from the shops to protect against his gaze, but I find it easier to just keep redoing the battle until I beat him. Okay. And I think the Basilisk has around like 30 points. I'm actually surprised we could do a lot of damage to him, because I would imagine Basilisks have pretty thick skin. But apparently not. Anyways. That's the only one in the game, by the way. So, and you can actually get some goodies from it. So let's take what we can. Alright. So, we're going to search here, and I'm going to fast forward this because... Rhetoric, okay. Sorry. Search the room, browse through the books randomly. You find many more titles, none of them are any of interest. I'd say search them like 10 to 20 times before you just called a day. I didn't... And I hope... Okay. Okay, good. I'm gonna save here, though. Okay. So, let's see. These are library shelves. Mathematics is carved on the entrance. You find the books on geometry, cosmic geometry, and super magical mathematics. None seem too interesting. The harmony... Okay, sorry, I skipped that one. Oh, okay. So, that apparently wasn't a book that we found valuable. These are library shelves. History is carved on the entrance. This might be a little more interesting. You search the room and browse through the books randomly. One book is entitled The Chronicle of Aram. You find a book written about the history of the northern lands. It seems to be fairy tales written to please the kings, but one tale does interest you. There is a desolate place in the far north where no man ventures. But once a year, the nomadic tribe in the area travels there. They say there is a shining spring. So, there are men that travel there. You find various books of legend. None of them really interest you. Okay, sorry. There was a general named Tyranthrexus. He rode before his armies cloaked in flame. He was a cruel man who crushed kingdoms and slew the fallen monarchs. Yeah. But Tyranthrexus himself was finally consumed by the very fire that surrounded him, and then his spirit roamed free. Baron shot and imprisoned Tyranthrexus in a bottle and sank it into Lake Longreach, and thus was Tyranthrexus' army destroyed. But apparently it didn't kill him. I'm going to do this a little more slowly. Alright. Let's see if we can... See if we trigger the boss battle. Here we go. A ghost appears before you and moans, "Thieves, I will guard these tomes with my very life." But you have already lost your life. Huh. So this is a Spectre, has 35 hit points. The nastiest enemies in this game for sure, or one of the nastiest. I'm going to use that miss-hit glitch there. Who's got the wand? Because I want to use the wand. Okay, this should be a magical wand, so it should hit him. But I don't think the thief has anything powerful. Who's got the wand? Okay, we're going to use the wand because the wand is always guaranteed to hit. Okay. See if we can do this. There we go. We did it. Beat the boss. However, we are not done here yet. We still got quite a few things to do. Okay, so there's one more section we need to go through. So like I said, search these places like 10 to 20 times. These are library shelves. Philosophy is carved on the entrance. You search the room and browse through the books randomly. You find various books on philosophy. They're very boring. You find a passage of interest in Ergon's description of darkness. Moram of the Great Spear, Husk the voice of Hargit, Teranthrixus the Flamed One, Borum of the Boiling Mud Sea, Camnod the Unseen. Such were the ones that served Bane, the great wicked king. Oh, interesting. One book is entitled Meditation. 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, most of it is very boring, but one part interests you. Springs or pools hold great magical power. A good example is the Pool of Radiance. If you step into the water and meditate, you will gain magical power. Places of magical power are not always fixed to one physical location. Power often shifts from plane to plane, following the line of least resistance. These paths can shift and move the location of magical places. Some beings can wield such tremendous power as to move locations intentionally. If the supernatural force is removed, it will snap back to its original location. Alright, well that's some good stuff. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, whatever. Okay, I think we got all the books, but we're not quite done here. We're going to get some treasures here while we're down here. Okay, this room seems to have been a meditation room. So if you look here, you find a box of gold foil among the trash. Do you take it? And all these rooms here that look the same. Same thing. You can get the same stuff here. This room seems to have been a meditation room. Okay. They call it something weird in the there's actually an item there in the computer versions. I think it's called like a sheet of golds. I think is what it's called. A sheet of golds. It's funny. There are 5 kobolds at the table. Kobold, don't harm us! They throw up their hands.
Help, please! I'll tell you whatever you want!
Do you help them? Yes.
The boss at the textile house is hidden in a secret room.
After telling you this, the kobolds flee. Yeah, there's really no point. I know I said I was going to be a little more evil in this playthrough, but I'm still going to avoid unnecessary bullcrap if I can. And speaking of unnecessary bullcrap, you find a madman cowering in a corner, sobbing, "Help! Help! What's the matter? Mercy! Please spare me! Perish, you pit slime!" The man babbles incoherently. Let's talk. Haughty. He is not a human! Not a human at all, I tell you! Okay, Sly. The big one! The wicked one! He is in the castle of flowers! Okay. Nice. He is wrapped in fire, and so cruel! Okay, how about Meek? Okay, same thing. Okay, we need to go in that room, though. Ignore. He draws away slowly until he's out of sword reach and then bolts from view. But we're going to take him with us. The man seems reluctant and fearful. He also appears to be completely mad. Do you want to take him with you? Yeah, let's take him with you. His men are in the town and he will come too! The man doesn't want to go with you. Do you force him to join you? Alright, I just want to see what happens if you left. Yeah, we'll take him with me. He joins your party reluctantly. I mean, we'll need some good bait. This room seems to have been a laboratory. It has fallen into complete decay now. Okay. Search in this room. I said search in this room. Oh, I turned the option off. No wonder. There is a book among the trash. Do you take it? So this is a manual of bodily health. So unfortunately my fighter cannot take it yet, so I'll give it to my guy. For now, I'll hold on to it. Okay. And I think that's about it. There's a garden that you can go into, but there's really nothing there. The furniture in this room has completely decayed. Bones are scattered about the floor. You find a bottle under the floor. Do you take it? Of course I do. Oh, you mean bottles? There's 3 of them. Okay. We're just going to sell those for money anyway. And anyone who's experienced with AD&D, I believe the gems in this game serve no other purpose than to just get more money. You see what had once been a pleasant garden. The grass and weeds have choked out other plants, and the pond has become marshy. Do you enter? No, because there is no point going in there. In fact, if I remember right, at least in the computer versions, I think you can get a party member killed from there. Also, make sure you turn off the search mode when you don't need it, because it'll actually trigger battles. It'll increase the chances of a random encounter. The monster leaves. I don't care. So there's one more thing I want to do, though, before we end here. Okay. Oh my god! Come on, game. Oh my god. See how bad the respawn, or the rate is here? Okay. The plaza ahead is crowded with monsters. Well, what shall you do? You mean, what shall we do? Yeah, this might be a little over 30 minutes, but what the hell. 1. Enter boldly. 2. Disguise yourselves as monsters. 3. Go forward stealthily. Really, you just want to disguise yourself. So now we have to watch an auction take place. The hobgoblins say, There are more ogres these days. The giants took their castle and drove them out. And we'll probably do a few random side quests here later, but not right now. The orcs say, There was a glittering pool.
He barely touched it and the poor man melted.
The orcs say, There's a glitter... Okay. Yeah, I heard that one before, okay? Shut up. You're approached by goblins. The monsters stare at you and leave laughing. See, I had to press a button there for that second line of text. Sometimes it'll say, the monsters attack you, or whatever. Anyways, here we go. Nightmare fuel. This guy used to give me nightmares as a kid. Like, he just looks so creepy, his face and everything. An ogre auctioneer holding either a staff or wand is speaking. Welcome to the auction. The bidding is about to start. All you need to do is watch. The auction price climbs at 5,000 gold pieces. A man standing very close to an ogre has the highest bid. What do you do? Anyone? Anyone else? Well, it's settled. The man and the ogre exchange the item in a bag. The auction ends. The monster leaves grumbling and complaining. That's all you have to do. Or Nick Cage would say, that's all you have to do! Oh yeah, and if you encounter enemies here and you just don't want to fight them, just parley haughty with them. That's all you gotta do. And you're gonna have to do this a lot. But we're actually gonna go out this way to the wilderness. This may not be the most recommended way, but there's a boat over there that will take you back to Flan, and that's what we want to do. So, I'm going to do that, and that's where I'm going to end the video. Nomads, so we're just going to parley. Oh my god. Yeah, they're humanoids, you can just parley abusive, and then it'll usually work. Alright, go to Flan. And that is where I will stop the video. Oh, fuck. The madman suddenly begins to scream and attack everyone within arm's reach. I forgot about this. Move along here! Leave. Okay. So this actually gets rid of your auto map. But that's okay. We're going to stop in here. Wait. Leave that poor madman here. We will treat him. The madman babbles. Yes. No. Yeah, it's this one temple by the dock that will take him in. None of the others will. Okay. So that is where I'm going to stop the video. And also, shout out to one of my viewers for noticing that my microphone, at first when I was doing videos on here, was recording in mono. I didn't know that. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. When we come back, I'll have my characters trained, and we'll be good to go. I'll have my items sold and everything so we can proceed to the next mission. Alright, God bless. Peace out.